welcome to Snapdragon Stadium in San Diego, California, home to the Aztecs of San Diego State. Being in San Diego is never a bad thing, and it's even better when you have a matchup like this one. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the San Diego State Aztecs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Pit lined up, ready for the opening kickoff as we get things underway. He'll bring it out. It's Diggs. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback.
Will take over first and 10.
Offense getting set for first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got his man on the right. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
On second down, he'll fire. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires to the tight end. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him over.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
After the misfire, it's second down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. They're trying to get to it. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Aztecs! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Fair catch, called for and made. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on first and 10. They'll give it to the back. Shakes off a tackle. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. He'll set up to throw. Working that left side now. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it inside the 25. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
All right, defense, you're going to have to hone in here. You're going to have to turn the page. Just gave up a big pass, but all of a sudden the offense now is knocking on your doorstep. They're in the red zone. This defense, they need to step up here and make a play.
Looking for space. It's Goff. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You see all this movement in football now, all this stemming. The defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Panthers! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line out front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Anderson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew
snatches it on the right. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Aztecs are in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got the back in the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
And had they not picked up that 1st down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Tackle is made after the 1st down. The Aztecs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. Might be looking to run. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
And back to the air on second down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
At the 35, he's got room. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground. And you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
Now, I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. They'll try the run. Trucks through the defender. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
He'll be stopped short, picks up one, but they're facing 4th and 1. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Big fullback's got it. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this QB already in the first quarter has taken some serious punishment. Got sacked a bunch, got hit a bunch. He's been targeted a lot. This offense needs to find some answers before we're going to be looking at his backup playing some serious snaps.
And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And the Aztecs want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. They're setting up the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
He's tackled at the 23-yard line. Second down. That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Quarterback checking off. Here we go. They're going to throw it again. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
They're bringing heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Good right down the boulevard. And With that field goal, they now have the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. USC looks like a legit title contender right now. That offense is just having its way. They're up 14 over the Coyotes. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. The 20. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick six. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know, if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib. Lucky that wasn't a pick six if you're on offense.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Handoff to the lone back. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
The defense there has their backs against the wall. That's a great job of really just gearing down, getting some push up front, not giving away anything, and making that play and that tackle.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of the bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking for the score. Into the house. Touchdown, San Diego State.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Oh, and he hit it off the left upright. No good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He's going to pass. And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye.
How about the aggressive play calling? Love aggressiveness. Bringing the free safety down, blitzing him, you could tell, completely disrupted the offense. They didn't know how to handle it. Free safety chases the QB, gets him on the ground.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
Lofts one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Pitt will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience.
Unloads it downfield. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Defenses throughout the week study every third down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking to move it through the air. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. He'll try to do it himself. Snowed under by the defense. The Aztecs want to move quickly. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Fires to the big fella. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. And the Aztecs have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. They're working that left side.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The Aztecs looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. On second down, looking to throw. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Aztecs! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? so much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
He's got him this time. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
They'll throw it on first down. He'll take a shot. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the sophomore just a little too much on that one.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! And once he got loose, it was all over.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He's looking to throw. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Hit as he throws. And it's picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Pitt. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
This is a defense that prides themselves on getting turnovers, and it starts with the pass rush. It was the hit on the quarterback that forced the throw to not be as accurate as the QB would have liked. Nice job in the back end, securing the interception, and then taking it the distance.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Working the middle, it's complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Now on the option. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
He's brought down near the 16-yard line. Brings up.
They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. Quarterback keeps it. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing ball, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And this one splits the uprights. And that's going to give us a tie ball game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Arkansas State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no short thing right now. They're up by 11 over Utah. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Quarterback now breaking the field. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Getting some heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Aztecs in the hurry up. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
The Aztecs have it with a 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, they're trying to go option, but the linebacker shows his open field tackling ability and also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it, went after him, was able to make the tackle for loss.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Trying play action. Steps away. Hubs it downfield. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Throws to the tight end. On target to the left. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Steps away to find some room. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, San Diego State! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Got the tight end outside. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Offense in a bunch formation. The hand to the running back. Hard running there. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
First down, you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Going up top on first down. Finds his back in the middle. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The give to the tailback. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
From this spot on the field, that would be a 53-yard field goal, but they'll leave the offense out there and try to pick up the first on 4th down. Now on the move. And the Aztecs get enough to move the chains. That's a good spot on the field to go for it. Really, everything to gain and not much to lose.
Yeah, and most coaches discuss or know pregame warm-ups how far their kickers can kick it. Do I have a boot to even consider this? But I think you want to stay aggressive regardless and go try to get extra points.
Goes to the option. Breaks the tackle. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period.
San Diego State 30, 23.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Now the play fake. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Quick release by the QB. At the 20, he's got space. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
A first down run on the doorstep. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the Roxham Warrior, Bob.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Aztecs! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. This is like a baseball pitcher they can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24.
Will take over. First and 10.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating.
Going downfield for the big play. He's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Number 83.
Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Fielded in the end zone. It's Anderson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. And he showed off that stiff arm for a nice pickup on the play.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. From the gun on 3rd down. Finds the tight end. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
At the 40, there he goes. Racing down the left side. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, San Diego State. If they can just hang on, they might be able to notch their first victory of the season. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. New Mexico has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside University Stadium. They're up by 10 over New Mexico State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Looking left. A strike downfield. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. He's going to pass. He's got it down the middle. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.